Magic of creation. They come up with ideas. They look for new solutions, collaborate to create original projects. Co-creation is what inspires them, pushes them forward, makes them stronger. They affirm eternal values of life, making this world a little better. Creative personalities and collectives, authors of non-trivial ideas and projects, phenomenal theatrical productions and films, people of science and culture who once decided to amaze the world. In documentary series Magic of Creation. Here is the set. It can be either such corner or like that. Yes, 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 this is it. It is not just good, it is astonishing. No one else has shot actors like that. Good. Something like that. Unlike young photographers working today in photography genre, Kola knows what cinema is. This cinema is in his blood. He knows each character he's shooting. He knows the filmography of the actor, the creative path and fate of every actor, or a director, a cameraman, or an artist. He himself is from this circle. That is why he has this special attitude to what he does. He finds unique looks for everyone. He doesn't make formal photographs. He puts his soul into it. Therefore, we do everything thoroughly, take our time, to avoid it turning into a boring routine. Actress Zhanna Kuanisheva and photo artist Nikolai Postnikov decided to collaborate and bring into life their shared idea, the creation of a gallery exhibiting portraits of Kazakh film industry personalities. For Nikolai, his idea is not new. He first started working in this direction 12 years ago. The format was slightly different then. I decided to style it as a 70s photo set. This is something new, Kola, for your style. We are making a movie, not just a photo shoot. A movie by photographic shooting. I had an opportunity to do it in a different, more extended format, in the format of the movie set, something that is close to me, in a glamorous format, so to say. There are interesting close-up of actor's face, just the face and hands in the frame, and nothing else. You are preparing for your photo shoot. The team is out there somewhere. They are doing something. We are not there yet. Now you will be given a text, a cup of tea, and you will go to get to work. You are wondering what's there, what is happening there. This is a good shot. It's very good. I caught some kind of a mood here. If the task is set correctly and if the actor is talented, we do not have untalented people here. The actor can act out a whole life in front of us, just with face and hands. I think this is very interesting. You may move slowly. I will later ask you to freeze it. Exactly. If you move, you don't need to do anything yet. While this happens, like this, stop. Good. Hold it. Hold. Hold. Good. Hold it. Don't look there. Stop. Keep holding it. Great. It's always said when something good ends. I seem to be in my element today. It was a real pleasure to socialize here again next to my friends, Kola Postnikov, Zhanna Kuanisheva, who organized this wonderful project. What is photography? Probably it's a sealed eternity. Let it stay with us forever, because tomorrow will be changed and be different. Thank you very much. I tried my best. Nikolai believes that working at the Kazakh film studio had enabled him to master his profession. Photographer has to master shooting of interiors, landscapes, still life, retro shooting, has to learn the secrets of portrait genre. He participates in choosing settings, photographs behind the scenes of the filming process. It really helps improving skills in any kind of shooting. Nikolai Postnikov's first work in the cinema was a photo test for the film Hunter, directed by Ardak Amirkulov. After that, he worked in Chokhan Valikhanov series, directed by Asanali Ashimov. Dozens, hundreds of people pass through the lens. That's where experience comes from. This is not just a photo test. You need to understand the character and try to draw it out from the actor. They were often unprepared people, not related to making movies, not artists. It's not easy to pull out that or another feature of character or appearance from a common person. I could have done it formally, you know. Just get a shot and that's it. But I was curious and attentive. I watched and learned from directors, cameramen, artists. That's what helps me so far. Do not show air. You either rehearse or have a rest. You need to get comfortable here. It's easy. We are good at it. That's how they know you, how you come to work. Come on, come on. Leave there, leave. I'll just take a look. We do not pursue glamorous goals. It's not a fancy magazine or a catwalk photo session. It's something else. This is a story about the people of cinema through photography. This has its own drama and some kind of a message. I think that people who came to these exhibitions, presentations, they will feel the warmth radiating from these people. Zhanna Kuanisheva is an honored artist of the Republic of Kazakhstan, the head of the Creative Association Kino Actor of the Kazakh Film Studio, named after Shaken Aymanov. She knows all actors of Kazakh cinema, shared a set with many. This helps her to create a special confident atmosphere in the studio of the Faces of Cinema project. It all started with the fact that I wanted to update our acting database, a card file, to take good photos of our actors. But when I started, I realized that the project was getting bigger. We began to think about involving all the stars of Kazakh cinema, women, big people, directors, cameramen, artists. Among the heroes of the performance is 93-year-old theater and movie actor Yuri Pomerantsev. His first roles he performed in the middle of the last century and still continues to please the audience with his impersonations on the stage. Yuri Borisovich is a great talent, and it's a pleasure to work with him. He is so natural on photo set that the photographer only needs to catch these images. That's wonderful. Let's check. Let's do almost profile here. Just like that. Excellent. Another, no less legendary person appears on the studio. Corypheus of the opera stage, a singer who played more than one role in the cinema, Bibigul Tuligenova. In her portraits, photographer decided to translate wisdom, calmness, and mature beauty of a woman. You should be giving master classes to young people. This is how it should be done. Excellent. It's not even half an hour shooting. This is 3 or even 4 hours of work. And even elder people, when they leave, you can tell they enjoyed it. You can see it in their eyes, in their emotions, by the feedback they leave.
Во всяком случае, они получили удовольствие. Это видно по глазам, по их эмоциям и тем отзывам, которые они оставляют.
There is a special magic in the works of Nikolai Postnikov. The most important thing for him is a person at a particular moment in his life. These moments reveal the inner world of the hero, the beauty of his soul. I often use this technique. I recall some situation that happened 20, 30 years ago. Just recently, I did it with Bulat Gazizovich Ayuhanov. I was telling stories and details from our past works together, and I watched him brighten up. He was recalling it. And only with your eyes here. Here it is. Here it is. That's it. Good.
Вот оно. Хорошо.
It seems to me that no one has ever done such a project. Well, in Kazakhstan at least, in our city. And celebrities, they didn't expect what the shooting would be like. People came and expected that as usual they will be sat down, the light set around them, they smile and that's it. Take a shot and run off. But it wasn't like that at all. When they start working and they see the environment, the entire set, first it reminds them of a movie. From the very beginning, they start to feel themselves. They play in their field, so you can say. All of it is close and dear. Sanjar Madi is a young Kazakh actor. He has already received the recognition of the audience for a number of roles in historical films. Famous filmmakers gladly invite him to appear in their works. This time he came to a photo session from Los Angeles, where he studied at the courses of improving acting skills. Show me your bright memories here. Good, kind, bright memories. Just like that. That's the emotion. That's it. Do not need anything else. We shoot actors in 4 looks. Their daily looks, wearing national costume, and portrait. Ceremonial. We call it gala portrait. It's not even a photo. We shoot the film through the photographed states of the actor. They all, turn into a plastic condition, like in a movie. Starting from person just arriving to the set, not dressed up, no makeup on yet, looking around at what is happening on set, and finishing with fully dressed, focused on work, ready to be shot. And it's amazing that guys, when they get to the set, suddenly they start to work, as on the movie set, fully giving themselves to the process. Sometimes it's hard to get them out of here. They get very inspired, you can see that. Look at this portrait. This is not just a portrait of Asike, Asanali Ashimov, one of the thousands of portraits that he certainly has. This is an image of a person. What an air overhead, the colors, the composition and emotion, this facial expression. I think that Asike, like all guys, didn't have such a photo session yet. He said, this is not a photo, it's a work of art. But cinema is not just actors. The authors of the performance decided to expand the scope of their project. The improvised film set invited people whose hands create a great illusion of cinematography. This was the next stage, when we invited directors, sound engineers, artists, makeup artists, that is, people who remain behind the scenes. Interiors of the photo session are made in the style of cinematic backstage. Everything was made with their own hands. Painted walls, stage building, making decorations. Despite the apparent creative mess, there are no useless things. Each prop waits for its time to shine, so that at the right moment the portrait comes alive and speaks. With little details, at least a little bit, we want to introduce movie props into the frame. Some things that remind us of the movie, especially of the 70s, 80s movies. More than 100 years. Seriously, what an item! It's a tapestry. We will definitely use it for women photo shoot. Some things here happen on the verge of mysticism. Although I'm a cynic and normally don't believe in such things, but sometimes weird things happen. When we started with the project, people began to come from all over the place. Although officially we hadn't announced anything yet, at all. It wasn't a big secret, but we were not advertising it. Our helpers began to appear. Some brought props, others brought furniture, some stuff, old cinema equipment was brought in. We didn't do it on purpose, but things constantly appear and replenish. That might mean we're serving a good purpose. The most picturesque photographs are portraits of actors in national costumes. The photographer in these moments acts as an ethnographer. He must know the features of the national costume, life and traditions of nomads. It gets even more challenging when animals appear in the frame, those faithful companions of steppe hunters. By the way, a dog of the Kazakh sidehound breed, a hunting falcon, and other animals appeared on the site thanks to the mutual assistance and support of the filmmakers. Nobody is financing us. We do everything ourselves. No money is involved. We have our friends here, volunteers. A very interesting team, and everyone works with full dedication. My son Ilya is also on the set. He helps me a lot. Alexey Ivanov, a volunteer, he's someone who strongly wants to be engaged in photography and entirely gives himself to it. A great team of the Nechayev family, makeup artists, Irina and her two daughters, Anastasia and Alona. These are high-level professionals. Their understudies also come and help us. I've spent in the film industry 12 years, and all I have today, my experience, my professional experience, all of it I gained while working in this industry. There comes a time when you have to give back. So I do it with great pleasure.
Поэтому я это делаю с удовольствием, с большим удовольствием. И это уважение.
This is my respect for the profession, respect for the cinema and for people I worked with and hopefully will work again.
Ну и с кем, надеюсь, еще поработаю.
During the entire period of performance, hundreds of film industry people passed through Nikolai Postnikov's camera lens. The project is completed. Now its office hopes to hold an exhibition to show these wonderful works to general public. But that is another story. For now, the photographer Postnikov is thinking about his next project.